Hey, what's up, guys? Anton here from Dropship Lifestyle, and in this episode of Dropship Weekly, I wanted to talk about something that really doesn't get enough attention, and it's about unique selling propositions, right? What makes your store so special? Why can you actually succeed? And I want to call attention to one of the biggest, well, the biggest e-commerce player in the market in the world, Amazon.com. By the way, good book, you should read it. But people always ask, like, how can we compete with Amazon? And the truth is we can't, but we can do things differently, right? But going back to unique selling propositions, to USPs, I want you to think of Amazon for a minute, because when you think of what they really do that's unique, like how they get so many customers and why they're so huge, it's because of Prime, right? Amazon Prime, you pay a small fee every year, and with that, you can get 2-day shipping, you get items right away. That's what makes them so unique. That's why people buy from them over and over again. Now, what's key here is that that works well for them with kind of less expensive, smaller priced products because they're cheaper to ship, right? And they're easier to sell, kind of like impulse buys that people will just go on and buy. So while Amazon isn't somewhere that we sell or somewhere that really makes sense for our types of product offerings, I did want to point out what makes them unique. If you check their website, if you get on their email list, they're going to tell you Prime. That's where they want you, because that's what makes them unique. But in this video, I want to give some examples of what can make your dropshipping store unique, so how you actually have a chance to stand out from the competition. Because yes, having a USP is important, and that's what we're going to talk about in this week's episode of Dropship Weekly. All right, guys, so what I wanted to do is basically just give you like a live kind of screen share presentation so I could show you what I'm actually talking about here and give you some ideas for how to leverage this on your own site. So obviously I just mentioned Amazon. I'm on their site right now in incognito mode, so this is what anyone should see when you go there. But what I want you to notice is literally like as part of their logo, right? Like under their logo right there, it says Try Prime. So like I just mentioned, this is their USP. This is what makes them different. This is what drives their business. This is what they show off. So definitely focus on that. And I want to show you like another way that they definitely let it be known that Prime is kind of their thing, right? I'm just clicked into this random dress category that they had featured on the homepage, and when I did that, what you will see, well, once again, obviously, Try Prime is up there, but you'll also see that on the top of how to refine their search, they have it by Prime, right? The top thing that they show off, okay? Now let's go a little bit deeper, and I'll click into like whatever, a designer. Every single one of these product pages, look at what's right there next to the price, right? I said this kind of in the intro, but again, I wanted to show you, because whatever your USP is, whatever you decide it's going to be, it's very important that it's everywhere. This is your thing, right? This is what makes you different. This is what makes you stand out. So you have to really let it be known. I'm not saying in every situation, you're going to have a little button next to your product price, but I'm saying on every page of your website, on your About Us page copy, on literally everywhere that it makes sense, you're going to be letting people know what makes you different and kind of how you stand out, how you're different. Here's another example, guys, Wayfair.com. This is a public traded company now. At one point when they used to, well, I'm sure they released their numbers now, it's publicly traded. Last I heard, they were doing over $1 billion in sales, though, every year. It's mostly drop shipping. So how do they stand out? How are they different? Well, you'll see like something you don't see on many sites, right? You could shop by department, you could shop by room, but then they have something called inspiration. Now, okay, what's that? If you click into this, it's basically curated lists of products and kind of like a blog, but instead of just being a blog, they make these inspiration boards. Okay, so feel free to go to wayfair.com, obviously, go through it, check it out, but it's something that's unique, right? And it's unique enough and it's big enough for them that they put it right in their header menu so people can always see it. Now, if you go into one of their like product categories, so let me just click into here to accent chests and sideboards, it says, even when I'm in here, again, I have it up in the header. This might be my internet acting up a little bit. It's been a little slow. But yeah, you'll see that, it's still definitely shown off. And same thing, guys, when you go into different product pages, you'll see it has right here, save to board. This is part of their, inspiration type thing, right? It's not just an e-commerce store that you go to, but you can actually get design ideas. You can make your own design boards. So they're trying to leverage something else, right? That's what makes them different rather than just a normal shopping mall type e-commerce site, okay? And again, I'm not saying that's what you should do on your site, but I want you to realize this as you start going to more and more websites, as you're doing your competitor research, like look at what other people are doing and then try to find your own thing. So let me give you an example that is easier for most people to do. And honestly, for the way that we do dropshipping, it's probably more than enough. But this is another website, Medical Supply Depot. Again, go to it, check it out, check out their competitors. They sell medical supplies, obviously. Now, what you'll see with them is they're not doing something like Prime. They're not doing boards where people can basically pin products. But it says right here in the header, not only free shipping, but it says 1 to 3 business days is the average delivery time. Now, I would assume that if you go to a lot of their competitor sites, they're not showing that off. They're probably all offering free shipping. As you guys know, that's huge with high ticket e-commerce. Free shipping is commonplace. But the fact that they're showing off 1 to 3 days average delivery time is something that I'm sure that they've researched, that their customers care about, especially because this is medical supplies. They want to know when it's going to be delivered, not just shipped, not what it's going to cost, but when are they going to get it. So as you can see, they definitely show it off there. And I'm sure if you go to their, About Us page and go through their website, it's probably in more places than one, because again, that's their USP. Not just that they have the items, but you're going to get it in 1 to 3 days. I'm going to show you one more example, guys. This is Mark and Graham. It's like a kind of like a personalization site. They make like monogrammed stuff. Now, one thing that they did that's really cool is actually have this this monogram maker tool. So literally, it's like a little software, little tool they had built. I'll tell you, I've had stuff done like this. You can find someone on Upwork, I would guess between like 500 and $1,000 to build something like this. Not saying it's something you have to do or you should do, but maybe it lends itself to your niche. Maybe there's something similar that you could have built on your site. Give people a free tool, give them some kind of like inspiration, make something unique about your site, because it makes a big difference. And the thing is, guys, once you find this unique thing, once again, let it be known. Put it everywhere on your site. Let people know that it's available, because that is what's going to make you stand out from your competition. So, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Dropship Weekly. I know, I'm sorry. I like to call attention to all of our student success. We had a ton of success stories this week as usual. We also had a ton of great questions posted in the Facebook group. But today I have my whole team here. I actually even have my sister Laura, flew out from Boston. We're spending the day really doing a ton of planning for our Internet Marketer Expo event that's here in Austin, May 20th and 21st. So if you're part of Dropship Lifestyle, guys, if you're on the email list, expect an email later today. I mean, I don't know when you're watching this. People might be watching it 5 years from now. But if you're watching it on Thursday, February 16th, expect an email later today. Again, we have tons of great speakers, great content for our Internet Marketer Expo live event. So check your email. I'll email you soon. And as always, guys, if you got value out of this episode, please do give it a thumbs up or a like, and definitely share it with someone who it would benefit as well. Once again, guys, that's how I get ideas for these episodes. That's how I can keep creating them. So thank you once again. I will see you guys next week for Dropship Weekly.